Told you ain't got time to make no mistakes, ain't got time to waste my breaks. Hey Jane, where you going today? You lit a fire, then you found the flame. They say you got a troubled soul.
All kinds. The last book I read that I enjoyed was from a guy called Jeet Thayil, who wrote a book called Narcopolis, which is about old Bombay. And it's not necessarily a book I would read, but you know, sometimes things just fall into your life, you know, like music or art or whatever, you know, and I don't go looking. Sometimes you just find things that work. So that's the kind of last book that I read. Not so much. I mean, I don't want to get ill again, so it's changed in that respect. But you know, you face it all the time. It's no big deal. You just have to go with it and get through it. And what I really wanted more than getting well was I wanted to have a drink, you know. And I had to get well to have a drink. So I can't. Sometimes the things that drive you aren't these, you know, people are always looking for big answers, you know, like great life-changing things. And sometimes you just want to do something simple, you know, or the things that drive you are really simple, basic things, you know. I like Mexican beer, actually, but I don't know if I have a favourite. It's so, it's like a lot of things, and some music as well, it's better at its source sometimes than it is when you travel with it. You know, it's like drinking wine in the south of France. Sometimes you think, this is great, I'm going to take this home with me, and it doesn't work. You know, when you get back into your kind of grey city in the rain, it's not such a good thing. So, but the Mexican beer tastes great here, and the mezcal. I collect vices. Yeah, some music, just everything, you know. Life, it's all out there, isn't it? Because so much music is like pantomime, like accuracy, like you're trying to do accurate renditions of recorded things, and records are a different world. They're like little time capsules where you package the information and you send it off into time, and people come to it in their own way and in their own time. Live music is immediate, and it's about pushing air at people and hearing it coming back off of them. And having that being instantaneous there's something really magic about that. And what I've been trying of late with Spiritualized is to have the music hooked over songs. We're still performing songs, but not have the kind of static kind of like you know, people play to click tracks and tapes. But even when the click tracks and tapes aren't there, their songs still sound the same. They've just got this formulaic way of approaching it. And I just want our music to be freer and looser and more psychedelic and more immediate than that. You know, it's because I just got here. I have a picture of Jesus Malverdes on my wall at home. And I have two pictures of him, actually. I have one that was a photograph that was taken by a friend of mine. So he's kind of like my patron. My patron saint is Mexican, which is kind of good, I think. And it's taken me a long time to get here. I like the way people. There's these small places in the world where rock and roll and music is almost more important than where it. You know, I just said that about wine and drugs and drink. Sometimes they're better at source, but sometimes there's these little pockets where people are so passionate about music, and they're almost more passionate about rock and roll here than they are in Mississippi, you know, or in Memphis, you know, and. It's taken a long time to come here, and I got lucky. We got a lot of money from Coachella, and we used it all to come down here. So sometimes just the timing of things works, you know. And have I said anything about Mexico yet? I'm excited to be here. You know, sometimes it's really hard just to, you know. We arrived yesterday just to get to know where you are and who you're with, but it's all been great so far. They're a lot more similar than people. That's a really obvious thing to say, but it's really, you know, you can travel 3,000 or 4,000 miles and meet people that are supposedly wildly different culturally or religiously, and they're similar, you know. But it's still the best thing to do, you know, not to have any kind of fixed roots and just. I think what we do. I think I'm very lucky to be able to do this, you know, and it's so much better to travel and play music than it is to make records. You know, the record's something we have to do to get back on the road. And then if I'm going to make records, I have to make the very best record I can make. But it's not the same as being out here playing and doing shows. It's not the same as what's going to happen in that room tonight. You know, that kind of glory and that ecstasy that you can record it, but you can't capture it. Probably more similar than either of us would like to admit. yeah, but not the kind of. A lot of it's, you know, I was saying earlier, a lot of it is to do with money and marketing. You know, a lot of fame, a lot of fortune is directly. Equable, what's the word? With the amount of money you invest in it, you know. So the charts the world over don't reflect the top 10 best pieces of music. They reflect the top 10 best pieces of marketing and management and investment, you know. But I think great music is great music, you know, and that's always been the goal, you know. That it's not about making money. You can make money by just being hip, you know. As soon as you get into that world, you know, people like to buy into fashion, you know, but it doesn't necessarily mean it's great. I'm not
No, do it. Okay.
I hope I don't.
No,
I do know that thing though. When you said it, I've seen them before.
And you don't like it?
No, I just don't feel comfortable doing anything apart from talk about myself.
Okay.
That to me, that touches. I know it's your thing and it's like whatever, but that touches on that whole world of fame that people will do anything to.
Life will pass you by.